Yo, what's up guys, it's Jack and welcome back to another video, and look what we have here, Nuketown. So this entire commentary is going to be about Nuketown in Black Ops 4 and exactly why is Nuketown so popular. Now, in order to kind of give my 2 cents on this, I have to actually go way back in time to where I was at a point where I didn't understand how to play Call of Duty like I do today. And I basically have to ask myself why I love Nuketown, because I used to absolutely love it. Every single time in Black Ops 1 and in Black Ops 2, before I understood how to play, I was constantly voting for it. I didn't care what other map came up. I didn't give a damn. I was always picking Nuketown. And I'll tell you the answer right off the bat. And that is because in Nuketown, you're guaranteed to get into engagement after engagement after engagement. And that's one of the things that makes Call of Duty an addictive game is when you get into engagements. Getting into constant engagements is something that a lot of casual players do not get into as much as they'd like, because of the fact that they don't understand how the spawn system works, or they're not or they don't have a certain level of understanding of how the spawn system works and how you can kind of where you go can actually affect that to a certain degree. And all these different kinds of things. And with Nuketown, even if you go the wrong way and you run into teammates as opposed to running into the enemy, because you're not sure where the enemy's going to be, or you think you know but you're wrong, you're always going to have engagements in Nuketown. And there's also a level of chaos and all that kind of stuff. I mean, to people that are a little bit more, I mean, the thing is with casuals, like I said, you're not going to be getting into, like when it comes to a more normal balanced map, you know, you're not going to get into engagements as much, and if there's a person in there that has a good idea of what they're doing and where to go, you will find that you are going to be, if you're a casual player that doesn't know, you're going to find that you're going to have a very hard time in a regular map, because it's a lot easier to flank. It's more balanced in terms of how open the map is, or how closed off the map is, choke points, all these different kinds of things, the 3 lanes, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit more technical, so you have to have a certain level of understanding in order to enjoy them, so to speak. And you don't have that if you don't have a certain understanding. And most of the community till this day, you know, is still the average kill death ratio in the community is, I think, a 0.8 or a 0.9 KD, so it's below a 1. So that also tells you that, well, a lot of times these guys may be getting flanked, you know, they may be getting shot from behind, they may not understand where to go and when to go and all these kind of things. So, but with Nuketown, it's a little bit easier. And at the same time, like I said, if they make a mistake, it isn't too long before they run into somebody and that they could shoot at. And that's what it is. People love shooting things in this game. No matter what style you are, everybody loves to slay. So, but it plays a major difference if it takes you a while. Like for instance, one of the reasons why I don't like big maps, okay? I don't like big maps in Call of Duty, like maps that are huge or whatnot, and I try to avoid them as much as possible. I don't like big maps because it takes you a while before you get into engagements. Like you're running around, you're just running around. It takes you 2 to 3 times as long to get from one point of the map to the other point of the map where the enemies are going to be, and it's just boring to constantly run around and not shoot at anything. So this is what the super casual players that don't know what they're doing or don't have a good enough idea of what they're doing, this is what they go through with pretty much every normal map in Call of Duty. Even if that map is great, this is what they go through. They don't get into engagements as often, and they don't have a certain level of understanding. So with Nuketown, it's not really something that is required. With Nuketown, you definitely don't need a certain level of understanding, because there's a lot of randomness and chaos with it. And with Black Ops 3, even more so. Black Ops 3's Nuketown is by far my least favorite out of all of them. And I can't fully wrap my head around either. I'm like, well, is it because of the advanced movement that's put in? Is it because of the little changes they made in the design and where things are on the map? I don't know. I don't fully understand. It definitely is Nuketown, but I don't know. This flavor just doesn't sit as well with me as it did in previous Call of Duties. I fully can't. That one I can't fully get into, because I don't even know from a personal standpoint. I draw a blank every single time I think about it. But in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, it's more or less the same, just a couple very little changes here and there. But now, though, I wanted to ask you guys before I end this video, I wanted to ask you guys, which version of Nuketown is your favorite? Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, or Black Ops 3? And another question is, what do you think Nuketown in Black Ops 4 is going to be like? Now, obviously, we know it's going to be Nuketown. The design is going to be basically the same. It would make no sense whatsoever to change the design, especially since we're going back to boots on the ground. So I think we're gonna have something a little bit closer to home in terms of what Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 was like. But we can expect the map to definitely be small. We can expect the map to still have a certain level of constant engagement, which is great. But when it's a boots on the ground Nuketown, though, it seems to be slightly more balanced because there's less randomness. You don't have the jumping that you can jump over stuff, the wall running, and the fact that it's that fast. Because because let's face it, when you are using your advanced movement, you're basically going faster and you gain momentum. But when it's constantly boots on the ground and all you have is a slide, pretty much, it balances things out. So, you won't spawn and all of a sudden, oh, bam, somebody will be in your spawn. There's less chance of something like that happening. But also, speaking of spawns, Nuketown, for people that understand spawns, there are people that have been known to be quite the spawn trappers in Nuketown. Even in hardcore, especially in hardcore. But let me know. Let me know down in the comment section what your opinions are on Nuketown. Do you care that it's coming back in Black Ops 4? Do you like the map? Do you not like the map? Do you prefer it to be? Do you prefer the boots on the ground Nuketown? Do you over this one here? What do you think? What are your overall opinions? And that's all I got for this one, guys. And on this one, I really am curious to see what you guys think, because it really is to get the response. It really is that much better to get the response from people that when you basically ask them, especially when they're part of the Call of Duty community. So let me know what you guys think. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I could do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.